Godly are assured of God's goodness. Acts chapter 27 and verse 25. So take courage, for I believe God, it will be just as he said. Paul, as a prisoner, was taken in a ship that was bound for Rome. However, the ship encountered serious storm en route Rome. Paul warned the prison officer that the voyage would be dangerous and suggested to stop sail. But the officer listened more to the captain and the owner of the ship and continued the journey. The ship was caught in the storm and they tried their best to set sail against all odds. They were in the sea for 14 days struggling without food. They were throwing away cargo and anything that can lighten the ship for a smooth sail. One night, Paul had a vision of God's angels speaking to him, affirming that he would be safe since he should have to stand trial at Caesar's court. Paul declared to those sailing that none would die, since the God whom he worshipped had told him that he would be spared, and on account of him, the rest of them in the ship. Because of Paul, 276 people in the ship were saved, and their lives were spared from the catastrophe. This was because Paul was God's servant. Remember, if you are godly, on account of you, God can rescue anyone. I have always enjoyed the privilege of being a child of God. It is indeed a blessing. On many occasions, when I travel different modes of transportation, God has been gracious to help me reach the desired destinations. Precisely, I remember while traveling in the massive sized boats in Majuli Island in Assam. There were many occasions where the boats have capsized and people lost their lives. I must have traveled at least 4 times, not even once did I ever encounter anything dangerous. It was God's grace and not the skill of the captain or the goodness of my life. All I know is I am a child of God with all the flaws dependent on God's grace. Godly are assured of God's goodness. Amen.